Dude Buddy Podcast, baby. I am a buddy, and he is a dude.
And I am a dude, and he is a buddy.
Danny boy, Danny boy.
Jared Campbell.
It's been a hell of a week, huh?
It has been a hell of a week. Rising from the dead here. We did some podcasts.
We had a couple, we had a big blunder.
Multi-blunder.
We've recorded for the second time a podcast with a guest where, oh my God, I
Jesus
think
Christ.
a body just hit the floor above us, and I have been waiting for that to happen
I've
for a
been hearing
long
scream and
fucking
yell a bunch lately, too. And
That sounded like a limp body hitting the floor.
pretty sure a choke slam off the top turnbuckle, a.k.a. the queen-size mattress.
Have you ever seen Knives Out, Danny?
I've seen knives in
Knives.
people's backs.
I think that just happened upstairs.
Yeah. No, Knives Out was the murder mystery one, right?
That's right. And in that murder mystery, a woman hears a thump upstairs, and the girl says that they just dropped their game on the floor. And then he goes up and he tests it, and he's like, "That wasn't just the sound of a game.
Not at all. If that was the game, it was called Drop the Body.
Fucking human body, dude."
Yeah.
We've been waiting. I mean, like everything that we've experienced outside of this complex. From the shootings to the car accidents to the fucking
Domestic
absolute
disputes.
melees that have happened at the bodegas, both across the street and directly below my bedroom, we have yet to have a body drop within the units.
Yeah, and I think
We're due.
I think that was the time we start the song. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Oh!
This is what it's like when worlds collide.
Is that it?
I don't know, dude.
You remember
Got me
that song?
fired
I
up.
remember that song.
It's
Just
like,
exclusive.
Bodies hit
Yeah,
the floor.
but there was a song on the it was like a WrestleMania video game or a Raw vs SmackDown one.
No, dude, I think they
something
used
3000, and it was like
This is what it's like when worlds collide.
No,
Get you ready to go. Aren't you ready
Yeah,
to
yeah.
baby?
I do remember that. Is
Yeah.
it that sounds like fucking Rob Zombie what you were just doing.
I think so.
But let the bodies hit the floor. That was a big promo for one of the pay-per-views. And I don't remember which one.
it was like Hell in the Cell or some shit.
Yeah, I want to say it was like a Stone Cold. It was definitely Attitude Era promo.
Something, it was definitely like a no holds barred TLC match or some shit. Something crazy where it was like
There will be violence. There will be blood. But there will only be one winner.
Nothing better than the Attitude. I just saw that Vince McMahon settled for he had a fork over another 1.7 mil, drop in the bucket for
God
the old
bless his
man
heart.
that got caught dishing out $7 million in hush money.
well, that's all right. I think 1.6 is an added extra for dropping some money off since you've dropped some logs of shit on a beautiful diva's chest.
I tell you, whenever I go out to do those gigs in Stamford, Connecticut,
You always take a picture of the
I always take a picture of
the
the WWE office, and I wonder how many divas got McMahoned in that office.
McSlammed.
Mick fucking slammed and Mick silenced.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the fucking lumberjack match.
Mick
It's
paid
just
off.
4 guys on the outside of the office ready to fuck as soon as she gets knocked out of the door.
Yeah, dude, it's a Royal Rumble. Oh, you want to know what's one of the darkest things I've ever seen?
Probably like a guy from Sudan or something.
No, dude. There was. Do you remember China?
Yeah.
And how China?
How can you ever forget China?
China of D Generation X WWF.
I watched her
Attitude
porno.
Era. Okay, well that's where I was gonna go.
Clit the size of a fucking fortune wheel slammer. Stop.
Did you ever see the porno that she did? That I checked. I had to check this out of curiosity, and it was really dark.
with
because-
X-Pac, right?
Dude, no, there was oh maybe there might have been a tape or something, but she did a porno once, which is this is as bad as it can get for on so many levels. She did a porno that was a Royal Rumble, and it had this like mock wrestling ring, and it was her in the ring, and then guys would just keep running in as the thing coming and just pounding her out.
Like a gangbang.
But dude, it was all dudes dressed as wrestlers that like used to be her actual peers.
like Kane comes in.
Yeah, but it was like just like it was just a weird porn guy dressed
Jesus.
as Kane coming in and fucking her. She bangs like fucking like 15 dudes in this porno, all dressed like guys that she actually used to work with.
That's a lot of loads of wrestling right there.
That's right. I mean, all roads led to
Some dusty-
her killing herself, and it happened. It's so fucking sad.
Dusty Loads. That's a fucking,
Dusty Loads is a listener.
Yeah, I know. But
He's gonna like that.
He rolls in there. That's the Dusty Roads, but he's just fucking
Yeah.
got his outfit on.
Big shout out for Dusty,
Dusty
Loads,
Rhodes.
buddy. Fucking one of our avid listeners. But what was I saying? The blunder.
Oh, the blunder. It was crazy too because I was talking to Marito about it, man. I swear I thought I like pressed okay, like the check.
The
'cause
record button.
I was like, oh, look at the levels. I'll just keep it at 7K. We're good to go. So I don't know if I pressed play and then in my blunder, I pressed recording second time being like, oh yeah, it's good.
I have to accept a bit of the blame because here's the thing. We've done it before. We did it once before. We recorded an episode with a guest. And the reason why this happens is because we have to hook up another mic to another device. And that's where the problem starts. And
We didn't have our dual authentication verification.
Exactly. I should know
You're the
at this
fail-safe.
point. I should know at this point. It's literally Danny's one job when we set up this podcast. Because he brings out his
Little
Zoom-
device,
Yeah.
my little Zoom.
He brings out
My
his
Zoom and a
little
mic.
device from under
check
his
the levels
bed.
and I
yeah, he
everything's okay. We're good to go. Yeah,
He does his level check, and then I assume that we call him one job Danny because that he usually knocks them out of the park. The one thing he has to do, which is maybe like I don't know,
Buddy, it's me coming off of the sickness, man, and I'm very forgetful, and it's like I still have like a brain fog or whatever, and like maybe I was like,
But what I'm saying is that at this point, I should know to double check that. So it's kind of on both of us.
yeah,
Right?
I'd say 75-25 on me.
I'd say 80-20.
Okay, all
It's
right.
an 80-20, but that 20, it bears some weight because at the end of the day, we both lose the podcast. And it was a great fucking
was a good one. We had some
podcast. It was
fire dynamite
fire, and it's whatever. And you know what, Danny? What did I say after?
But
The room got real quiet when I looked over, and I went, oh, because we finished, and our guest, Little Marito, he goes, that was fine. He had such a good time.
Yeah.
And I looked at the thing, I went, I'm like, Danny, did you just turn this off? And you just went silent, and then it was just silent in the room for 10 seconds, and I was like, well, boys, we're not going to get it back, so why don't we just embrace it? Three friends had a good time hanging out.
had a good time. We were bouncing
This-
off chemistry.
Goes back to my thing. This is actually not really, because my whole thing is like, stress about things within your control. Technically, that was within our control, but once it's done,
It's
isn't.
out of control.
It isn't.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck it. We had a good time. We hung out, and that's just for us.
We
You
had
guys
some
will
good
never
riffs,
know
too.
the magic that was. Every one of us laid down at least one banger of a riff.
Oh, yeah.
It was just one of those pods. We were firing on all cylinders. It was the three guys that are all living in this apartment just for this week, and chemistry was there. Everything was there.
Good. Dynamite.
So we're gonna do that episode again. It probably won't be able to. It was lightning in a bottle, baby.
Yeah, it was actually good. We had
Which
a lot
we
of
should just say
references.
all the time. When we release a podcast, we're like, guys, we already did this once and it was fire. So you'll have to forgive this piece of shit that we're gonna put out. But no, it's good, man. We're wrapping things up. This is actually I was gonna go hit the town tonight and float around. And I don't have any actual shows tonight, but it's Friday night in New York City, and I was gonna go check out some spots. And then I realized, you know what? This is Danny's last night.
It's the last night for a couple months.
This is your last night for
For a couple months, and then I'll come back.
Yeah, but it's a last night of us just kind of living here together for the moment, for this period.
And me and fully having access and authorization to that room.
Danny's put on an 8-hour sauce. We're gonna eat some fucking
Beautiful
we're gonna
8-hour
eat some
sauce,
shit tonight. We're gonna
skip the
record another
gym.
podcast. We're gonna I'm gonna stay in. I'm gonna work and edit. We're just gonna hang out, and it's gonna be good. We're gonna take in our last night here at 2R for the time being.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Fuck, I'm glad I didn't burn the place down. Forgot my house key when I went out to go get some tomato paste.
You did. You had to come to the gym.
come to the gym, run,
And
sprint.
You had to get my key off of me at the gym. You're like, bro, I got locked out of the house. And then when you walked into the gym, I looked at you and I said, do you remember this place? And you looked around. You're like, yeah. It's been a minute.
Yeah, dude.
No,
I've
we
been in the
did-
gym forever. I've been sick, but I'm also like, fuck,
No,
like,
you did legs with me.
I did legs and
earlier
then
this week and then
tot-
fucked off again.
Totally got zonked.
Upper body hasn't even gotten a sniff of a weight in
That's
about
okay.
a month.
It's good though.
It is good. They say you're supposed to take a month off.
Yeah, take a hard month off.
Yeah.
Well, dude, and I'm recalibrating. I'm figuring out what I want to do with my workout regime, and I was sick. And
What do you think you're gonna do? Are you gonna switch your splits up?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna switch my splits up, and then I'm gonna go a little bit more cardio.
Cardio heavy.
Yeah, I'm
Are
gonna.
you trying to cut down for the? I'd like to see a winter bulk still, Danny. I know you're heading down to sunny Texas, but still winter.
No, I'll still like hit the weights and stuff, but I just want to focus on like long running through the trails and all that shit, and then
You're
having.
gonna get outdoors.
Oh yeah, buddy, Colorado River running down the side of it.
See, that's nice. That entices me.
Big beautiful Colorado River, and then when the sun comes out, mid
Coyotes.
Friday, it's February, March, April, probably around April, it's starting to get around 26, maybe even.
What
in the
is it
30s.
down there? What is the Texas temperature in the winter?
It's like some people say it gets to like 2 degrees. It's got snow in Dallas right now.
Dude, it just dumped in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah, I saw that. In the winter, it's like it's around 10 degrees Celsius, 10
Did
to
you
12.
know that last week when we had that day of snow and it snowed for just like a few hours in the afternoon, and the snow only stayed for like 6 hours or 7 hours, and so it was the first time that snow had stayed on the ground in New York in over 2 years. Now they're saying it's the coldest January. And I saw the post, and they're like, yeah, it's the coldest January, bringing frigid temperatures to New York, which, again, we were
And
still
they
on
say 2
Celsius.
years
It's like
for the
minus,
longest.
it's like -2. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's frigid?
Yeah, it's mental here. And then they say
I don't know.
climate's not changing.
The wind last night, that was a horse breath.
The winds,
coming off
the winds
old-
is the pad. It slices you in the face.
Yeah.
Little Sweeney Todd across the throat when you're going
the
out there
Joker.
without a scarf.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Yeah.
What was it, Miss Potts? Or what was Miss Potts? Pies?
From
Sweeney
Dude,
Miss
I don't
Potts
know
Pies.
if I've actually watched Sweeney Todd.
Really? It's
Yeah.
a good one.
Is it?
Yeah, Miss Potts Pies, I think that's her name. She
Okay.
has pies, and then she slits the throats of people with Sweeney Todd.
Take your word for it.
Butcher's barber. Barber's butcher.
The barber's butcher, yeah. Yeah.
The butcherous barber.
Well, fuck, man. Let's check in.
Let's check in.
And
Okay,
then
we can do
we
such
got plenty
things.
to chat about. So,
Okay, I'll go first. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling optimistic. I'm feeling, a little bit of the sorrow and regret is kind of gone. I feel a little bit, in places where you're like, it's a little bittersweet. I kind of feel that, a little bittersweet kind of thing. I'm excited for the sauce, and I'm excited for the rest of what the week and the next couple of weeks are going to entail. But I'd say I'm rocking probably, let's go 7.2, 6.8, 7.2.
whoa, 6'8".
Yeah.
So you're not doing too hot.
I'm okay. I'm
not on the Danny scale.
Well, I guess so. I don't know. 6'8". You're looking about a little bit of sad. You got some things too, and it's like, well, because it's been a full year, right? A year ago, I was packing up.
You have been in New York for a year.
Yeah, I've been in New York for a year. A year ago, I was packing up my bag, flying out here, and then couch crashing, and then now I'm a year. I'm packing up my bags, couch crashing again. I guess.
What
in a
did we
different
say,
part of
man?
America.
What did we say when we got here? He said sometimes you take a bite out of the big apple, sometimes the
big
apple takes a bite
Out of you. No, it's all right. I'm excited. I'm just like excited for the next part of it where it's like, I think the break and leaving here and then coming back will be good for me instead of just staying here for the next year.
I think so. What do we have? We had it up on the board there for a while. Stasis equals death.
Yeah.
You can't be sitting still, and maybe you felt like you were sitting still for a bit, but now you're moving. You're moving
Moving.
forward. It'll be good, man. I'm gonna come out there.
It's going to be good. We're going to have a nice place. We'll have a pool. We'll have a barbecue. I'll have a whole bunch of cool shit. We'll have a car. Maybe we can drive into Mexico. It's only 2 hours away, and then we can have a fucking good old time, buddy.
Beautiful.
Los Carlitos, rata rata.
Tequila.
Yeah, so I'm feeling good. And then I'm also a little bit, sometimes, you get a little bit sad with the ladies.
Well, no doubt,
a
dude.
little
It
bit
is.
sad
It
with
is
the ladies.
bittersweet. I'm happy that you're doing what you want to do. It's sad to see you go. It's nice that I have a little bit of Latino blood being injected into this Latino neighborhood.
He's never around, though.
Can't hurt. No, he's never around. It's gonna be.
salamander. Elusive he is. So
No.
I'd say the El Salvadorian salamander.
I'm fucking Scott Pilgrim now, buddy.
Yeah,
Me
exactly.
v the world.
You against the world here.
That's it.
I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna see 23, a whole bunch of numbers written on the side of the wall like you're Jim Carrey, just trying to find coincidences and what time he leaves the house.
I'm gonna start scratching fucking lines into these walls, man. Just counting days. I don't know, Danny. I think I was gonna say that I'm sitting somewhere around a 7 right now.
That's good.
But so if you're 6'8", that can't be right.
Yeah, it can't be right.
Really?
Ebbs and flows of life. You get high, I get low. You get low, I get high.
I guess it'd be
Sometimes we hit
appropriate
the middle.
that on the final night, it's the first time ever that I might be on par with you. I don't know. I feel all right. I've been having great fucking workouts this week, dude. It took me. The bounce back after coming out of the holidays was real. Those 2.5 weeks where I just fucking decimated my body, and now after tomorrow, when I do legs tomorrow, I'll have done my splits twice through. I've done every body part twice, and I'm starting to tighten up and feel good again. I'm eating lots of food. Can't stop eating food.
No,
kind
you
of
got
a
big
problem.
obsession with it.
Bit of a. Have you noticed my appetite?
You've been coming
going
around
through the
here,
roof?
you've been always snacking, and
I
you've been
think-
tooting up a storm too. I've been noticing you snack and you toot and you toot and you snack.
I might be sick.
You are sick.
I've had gas for the last. This is day 4, dude.
Yeah, dude, you got
It's been outrageous. And here's the thing, dude. I love just farting.
Of course,
It's
man.
awesome.
That's the best thing.
It's
is farting
funny.
around.
It's fucking funny. It feels great. When you're just in a dude apartment, there's
Oh, yeah.
nothing like farting around. And you know what? Day 1, great. Day 2, hilarious. Day 3, I'm like, this is awesome. Day 4, I'm like, when does this stop?
Yeah, your day 4 is my day 3 when
It's-
I go, when is this going to stop?
And I want to say it's like the high protein, like through the roof. Like I'm doing a really high protein diet, but I was doing that before too. So something's off, dude.
yeah.
I'm putting a supplement in my body right now that's fucking me up. But I don't mind it.
I think
bro.
it's all you bought. Last time we went to the grocery store together, you bought 7 packs of capers, and you've been eating them all. So I'm pretty sure it's the kippers.
Oh,
Kippers or
no.
sardines.
Sardines.
Sardines. You've
I
been
have banged back a few cans of
Fardines, some would say.
Fardines, baby.
A couple swimmers coming out your legs.
Well, and I still got the smoked herring on deck, my
Oh,
friend.
We're gonna eat that today.
It's high sodium, but
Probably gonna get a pizza too. Not gonna lie.
are you kidding me? With pasta? You want to do a pizza and
We're
pasta?
gonna do a
night?
piece of
Do you want
pasta.
to go fucking crazy
We're
tonight?
gonna do it crazy.
I'm
and-
down, dude.
And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get gassy together, and
I'm doing legs tomorrow. I'm
you're
down to
gonna
just
sit
carb
on one
load
side of the room. I'm gonna sit on the other side of the room. We're gonna fart in our hand, cup it, and we're gonna throw it at
and
each
whip
other.
them.
Yeah, we're gonna
See
I'm gonna
which one breaks through.
It's like we'll both be shooting Kamehameha beams together each other.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm saying a 7. I'm feeling all right. And now that you're talking pizza, I'm feeling fucking. That might bump me
Hey,
up
I
to
think
a
the pizza's
7-1.
gonna bump me up to a 7.5.
All right, we'll go knock on Rosario's door down there, get a nice bar pie.
I think so. We'll say hello. Hey, how are you?
Yep, we got the little guy coming back here. He's gonna eat dinner with us, and then he's gonna fuck off and do his second New York show. So that's exciting too for him. Yeah, dude. I don't know. I think that we're overall. I think we're keeping it together right now. I see you and Marito both tag teamed up on the whiteboard there trying to write the word disease, and either of you got fucking close. I'm just seeing now.
Yeah, it's like it was bad.
Hold on now. Who wrote the first one? Dieces. Am I reading that properly?
Yeah, Dieces. Well, that was it because I'm getting forgetful, right? And I was thinking about
That seems so far off that I'm not sure you ever had.
Well, I got a
in
disease
your inventory.
I got a disease, anyways. Disease is spelled.
But what did
D-E-
Marito write it at? Hold on. No. Before you try
He
to
wrote DEA.
No, DECIESE. Holy fuck! What's wrong, boys?
Oh, we're both kind of stunned, apparently.
Okay, now that you've had some time with it, try to spell disease for me. Holy fuck! The wheels.
D-I? Disease.
Go ahead.
D.
Sound it out. Do what you gotta do.
D-I.
Yeah.
S.
Yep.
D-I-S-I-E-S-E.
No, dude.
There's a C in there.
That's huh?
There's a C in there.
No.
D-I-S.
You're thinking of decease.
Dies. E-A-S-E.
D-I-S.
D-I-S.
E-A-S-E.
E-A-S-E.
Disease.
Oh, that doesn't sound like it's phonetically correct.
For a guy that has several of them, you think you would have been. What have you been punching into Google? It fixes
Well, that's
it for
the
you.
thing,
right?
man, where it's like smartphones.
Ehlers-Danl-
Smartphones have made dumb people, and I'm one of them. You know what I mean? In a sense where it's just like, oh, okay, I know what this guy's trying to spell, and then they autocorrect it. And that's my favorite thing about the phone is when you first get it, and you have to reprogram the whole phone. And if you don't upload it, then your smartphone has to realize how dumb its user
You're
is.
right. You know,
and then it updates its things. Like you just spell it, and
does
then it
too much.
It.
It should really, when you fuck up a word, and maybe okay, if you miss by one letter, maybe it helps you out. Okay, but when you miss by when you write an absolute,
it should just turn off.
travesty.
The phone just turns off.
It should lock you out for a minute, and then it should come back and say, "Try again, dummy."
Yeah. It goes
What if
to
you
the,
get, like,
it goes
3
to the
attempts?
face recognition screen, and then you unlock it, and it just says idiot, and then it unlocks.
What
it.
What if it goes, okay, one time it goes, try again, and then you do it again, and it locks you out for 2 minutes. Then you come back, try for a third time, and now it's like no internet for the night. You don't get to use it.
And the only
It should
internet
be
it
a-
works is when it sends you to a dictionary link.
It's like they need to. It needs to be a carrot there.
Yeah.
Something that you have to try to achieve. It's
Well,
like
it needs to be a stick. There's too many carrots.
putting in your password 3 times. You get locked out. That's exactly what they should do. If you
It's
can't
like that
fucking get there,
Instagram thing where it's like they have the program where you got to do push-ups or you got to do some kind of physical thing to like scroll and stuff. It like locks you out, and then you got to do 10 push-ups, and then it face retina scans you and everything. They should have that where it's like,
I didn't even know that existed.
oh yeah,
Doesn't surprise me.
they should have something definitely for like people where it's like, you know,
You see fucking you see Zuckerberg.
the good old
Mark Zuckerberg, good buddy or bad dude?
It depends on like early Mark Zuckerberg when he was starting the founding the thing. Bad dude, bad buddy, good dude, I guess. Good dude, bad buddy.
Good intentions, bad buddy.
Yeah, he was a very bad buddy, but I think I think now when he's like in his jiu-jitsu era and he's got his hair and he doesn't look like a fucking reptile anymore.
Yeah.
Like the reptilian Zuckerberg, I wouldn't want to have it.
Yeah,
at
but
least.
that's not like, dude, this guy's talking for real about he still wants to go. Okay, he wants to fight MMA, right? Which he tried to do. He had built the octagon in his backyard a couple of years ago. And he blew his ACL.
Oh yeah, wasn't it Mark Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk? Weren't they?
Yeah,
supposed to do
they wanted to do it
in the Gladiator
the
Rome,
Coliseum,
yeah.
Which is, God, what a fucking insult to warriors. But yeah, he blew it.
I
and
mean, technically, not really. There were some schlebs that were like in the salt mines of Rome where they were just fucking disheveled guys trying to get out of like 6 denarii bets.
True, but I'm saying, is it even fair for a man to fight a robot? Because I don't believe, Zuckerberg gets fucking he takes a fucking cut there, just bleeding oil.
Yeah, starts to bleed oil, but then like Elon Musk, his body is an exoskeleton, so his head's real legit size, but then his arms and legs are
He's
just
like
tiny.
I think he's a vertebrae.
Yeah,
That guy, right? He's got no
He
fucking
goes into a shell like a
jellyfish.
hermit crab.
He's got no fucking spine. How do you hurt a man that's just gelatinous like that?
A silkworm.
He looks like hell too. They both look psychotic.
Well, because
They
they're
are
not real
psycho-
humans.
They are not.
They're programmed entities.
But isn't it weird that when you hit that level of fucking money, like as soon as you get into the billion, you really do turn into something else. Like there's this, it's such a different fucking world. These
Yeah,
guys
you have a higher
But they
frequency.
started as humans, kind of. I mean, a version of a human. I mean, he was already like a brilliant coder, which right there, that's a weirdo.
Yeah.
But I'm just waiting for the Zuck Gluck 5000.
That's what
buddy.
I'm saying, man. The
Rock.
metaphor.
When's that coming out? When's Meta gonna put out the greatest fucking suck box? What do they call those? The blowjob machines?
Auto blows.
The auto blows.
The auto blows.
We got a
And
buddy
you
who
travel
loves
with a
his-
briefcase.
We got a buddy who does
Yeah,
that.
JJ.
JJ
He
Lieberman.
just checked into the fucking hotel and the TSA had to scan
not
it
a
3
pervert.
times.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did he get secondary at the airport?
Yeah, it was personal use. Personal use. You're traveling on like that's your carry-on is just a self-blow auto machine.
Oh,
But the
so
Zuckluck 5000 would be awesome.
I love trying to put that in the overhead compartment.
Oh
And
yeah.
then the girl has to come by and help you put it in.
And then
there
it leaks a
neatly.
little bit like a
It's
water bottle.
Turns on for a second.
He has it on the high setting, and it's just shooting the
They
extra,
had a bit of turbulence.
Yeah.
The bar.
splashing like the lube that's in it on her face every time it's going.
I remember checking into a hotel with a comedian, and we were going to a festival, and her fucking vibrator was just on in the bag, and she couldn't get to it. Remember how I snapped when I couldn't turn my shaver off?
Oh yeah,
In
yeah.
Austin, and we tied one on that night, and then the next morning I was trying to pack my bag, and my shaver wouldn't stop turning on. I just pulled it out and whipped it and broke it, and then I spent the next 2 months trying to put it together every time I
yeah.
wanted to shave.
She do that with her vibrator or dildo.
No, she just let her fly. It was a respect.
The whole flight, it's going. That's a heavy purr. Sounds like a water sub pump.
But you know you're in trouble because first thing you do when you get to a hotel room is snap one off. I can't imagine that's different for ladies.
Oh, battery's dead.
That's
Died
what I'm
on the
talking-
Uber.
You just have to slap it on top.
Yeah, she's got to do it analog.
Yeah, the old VCR head.
Yeah, exactly. She puts the ice bag that you would put like in the ice bucket. She puts that over the TV remote and just starts fucking heavy hitting herself. She's like, oh, I guess I'll do it myself.
Yeah, the ice bag over the TV remote. Fuck yeah.
Starts
Channels are
jabbering
changing. It's just going from fucking Buffalo Weather Channel to fucking CNN. And then
can't come 'cause-
ridiculousness comes on.
Goes to the menu loading screen, the one where it's
Yeah.
like do-do-do-do-do. She can't come because the music.
Yeah, and then you hit first 48.
Immediate gush.
Yeah. Those are like the most staple hotel viewing. Like first 48 always.
Yep.
In a hotel, you put on fucking A&E. It's on 24 hours a day. Murder.
Or cold case files. They'll always have those on too as well.
Well, you know I like those, Nanny.
Yeah, you are.
You know what I don't like? Commercial breaks.
No, you can't have those.
Fucks it up.
It does. Takes you out of it. You want to hear it. Especially they
when-
leave it on the cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And then it goes like the dead bodies like this. It's all censored. And then it immediately goes to Jake from Allstate. And you're just like, oh, sweet.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Especially when you're drilling for oil with the fucking TV remote. Trying to get something.
Yeah, she's just fucking slapping her clit like a kid at an internet cafe trying to play Quake.
Have the guy from downstairs send up some body lotion. You just open up the door, but you get the bolt lock thing on. It's just your eye coming through. Hand comes out.
Like a cat under a door trying to get it.
Trying to hit the spring.
Yeah.
Which is ultimately what she's doing as well.
Exactly. That's where she does it. She closes the door and then immediately lays it right next to
Oh,
it
just
like this.
flicking the fucking spring from the bathroom on top of your clit.
And they get you 'cause Old Faithful died on the Uber on the way home. Or on the way to the hotel. Should have got that off when you were flying over Lake Utah. Thing was rattling. I got some person on their first flight thinking the plane's falling apart. It's
Yeah, is there a problem with the airplane?
just constantly dinging. I hear a rattling noise going on, and I'm just wondering, is that the landing gear?
She's just sitting there like, fuck.
Some guy's like, I know I shouldn't have took a Boeing. Oh, the fucking Boeings.
Oh, dude, hotel rooms are so fucking gross to me. Even, dude, when I'm in the nicest, cleanest hotel, I still cannot think. No, I can't help but think about how fucking gross it actually is.
Oh, yeah, man.
And they don't clean the actual blanket. They just clean the cover under it. You know, when you wake up and you have that sheet kicked to the side.
Oh, yeah.
And now you're just sleeping in some old pervert's fucking blanket.
Yeah, like the one lay down or whatever. I dated a girl that did like a hotel management 2-year course or whatever because she wanted to go into like hospitality. But she said that they don't wash the actual blankets, like the whatever the fuck they're called.
duvet.
Yeah, not the duvet, but it's like the decorative one. Or we're talking
yeah.
about.
Oh,
They don't
yeah,
wash
yeah.
that shit, and then also the glasses. Don't touch the glasses.
Don't touch the glasses.
No, because they rarely ever really like. Some of them are washed, the ones that does, but the ones that are stayed there, they could be sitting there for fucking like 10 years if they haven't been touched.
Oh, it's like I have on occasion, which is kind of like fucking out of character for me because this shit usually grosses me out. But I've made coffee in the hotel rooms. It's always fucking disgusting. But
I make coffees, but I run the cycle
that
first.
thing doesn't get you run a little bit of fucking that.
Oh, like in an actual coffee percolator? Not like
No,
a Keurig?
like the machine that's in the hotel. It's
Yeah.
still disgusting.
Yeah.
Everything's gross.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a hotel. You automatically turn into a bit of a goblin.
You got the
once you
cuck
open
chair
those
in the
doors.
corner.
Oh yeah, but that's not a cuck chair. That's a fuck yeah chair.
No, that's a cuck chair,
Oh, yeah, for
baby. Sometimes I like to sit there and just I want to feel like that guy.
yeah.
What would it be like to watch my wife get drilled?
When I drop my bags, I drop to my knees and then immediately smell it.
The chair.
The chair, yeah, that's what I did. I chuck and I go, yes, 3 lives.
Very ritualistic.
Yeah. That's how I got in. Some people kick off their slippers.
I think that really builds your biome, though. Nothing else is going to
that's
make
how
you
I got
sick.
sick.
No, I think that's what prevents you from being sicker than you were.
Ah.
Hell, hold on now. You got sick in the same hotel that I was sick in.
Yeah,
Ottawa.
Ottawa.
The fuck's going on at the Holiday Inn?
Well, let me tell you, a lot of people have been let into the country.
I actually
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with
no,
you.
I did stay at that hotel when they had did have a lot of refugees there.
I'm not too sure what
displaced.
I was sick before going into the hotel. Then when I got into the hotel, it kind of was like my little safety place. But I like how they
Sick in the mind.
I like how they had the little cuck lounger. They didn't have a cuck chair. They had a full-fledged lounger.
Oh, yeah, the guy's just laying there like
laying
Ron
like this,
Jeremy.
one arm over the thing, and he's just tell me how good his dick feels, honey.
Did I ever tell you when I did the when I was helping like with the writing on the Ron Jeremy roast with like Tyler Morrison and all those guys? That's when I like met Lisa Ann and Ron Jeremy. And Ron Jeremy went up and he was doing bits. Like he fancied himself a bit of a comedy guy, and he hung out with like some old comedy legends back in the day.
Yeah.
The guy's been around since the fucking 70s, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he hung out with
Especially in LA.
He hung out with
and
Rodney
shit.
Dangerfield.
Yeah.
And he's still one of those people, like, when you see him, it's fascinating because, first of all, like, those porn stars are some of the most famous people ever.
I
like,
think
the
he
most
was like
you've
one
seen.
of like the true.
Well, he was at that time when I met them. Lisa Ann was the most Googled female porn star of all time, and I think
Yeah.
Ron Jeremy was the most Googled male porn star of all time. And if you spelt it Ron Jeremy and you forgot the E, your computer would lock you out, and it says no porn for today.
Really?
So you gotta spell it right the first
Oh
time.
shit!
Callback.
I know.
It was
I
a
know.
bad callback.
That's why
it was bad.
That's why
That was bad.
I just never closed.
I should put on the BK crown of fucking sadness.
BK sound.
Yeah, I should wear that after bombing that. That was bad. All right. BK crown is on. But yeah, so Ron, he goes up and he was doing this. He did a bit. I don't remember what the exact bit was, but it ends with him pulling he says he's going to pull his cock out, and he pulls out one of those rubber chickens, like a rubber cock.
Yeah.
You tell this man's of the old classic
yeah,
comedy,
yeah.
right?
Prop comedy.
Yeah, sure. And he pulls out this rubber chicken, and it kind of like it bombs, but it was like it still got the laughs because it was Ron Jeremy bombing,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Bomb Jeremy.
And then, but dude, after the show was done, he lost that little rubber duck. He couldn't find it anywhere.
Fucking career's over.
No, dude, something flipped in his head, like he was losing it.
Really?
Yeah, he was running around backstage. There's a green room on either side of the stage at the old Royal Theatre in Toronto. You ever
yeah.
done that one?
Yeah.
So the green room's up the stairs in the back. And he was running for, like, he was back there and going from
one in
green room.
blue,
Green room. He's like,
right?
where the fuck is like that? And everyone's like, well, no, we'll find it. And it was like one of those, like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to. Dude, he was losing it. And it was so funny because you're looking at this guy. First of all, the fact that he had this attachment to the duck doesn't really surprise you because clearly there's so much going on. Like, this guy's got to be one of the most fucked up people in the world, right?
Oh, especially
you got to think the trauma that this guy's...
And then but wasn't it like 3 years later? That's when he was all exposed with all
Of
of
being
his
a rapist?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, yes. But when you see him, it's so funny because he's a really small, gross man.
Yeah, he's a fucking.
He's a troll.
Yeah, he's gross.
He's a troll with a massive fucking hammer.
Yeah.
He's got the hammer of Thor down there.
That's how he fucked everybody up when they didn't answer his riddles.
Pretty sure he had sex with, throughout that day, 2 or 3 different women throughout the day. He had, like, in the green room, one. Then when we went to the strip club, he had sex with one there because all these women, he knows all these strippers and everything from all over
Yeah.
town. He had strippers in the front row, and they come out and they fuck him. The guy was just a sex addict, and if he wasn't, if you weren't giving it, he was taking it evidently. And now he's in jail, right?
Why he
He's
would
just-
get fucked?
huh?
People would fuck him?
He was fucked like 2 or 3 different women throughout the day. He would leave with these like strippers and then
I thought
come
you
back.
meant like he would get like someone would fuck him, not like a girl, like a dude would.
No,
Oh, okay.
I'm sure he's been fucked by a man.
Something.
You can't get that through that many years in the porn industry without catching one. You're gonna catch a dart,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah.
Ron. R.I.P.
On
you
the Ron side of
fat
history.
fucking rapist.
Oh, dude, and he's all squiggly. But that's the thing where it's just like, what kind of chick would fuck him in that era, though? You know what I mean?
These, dude, we walked into a strip club with fucking Lisa Ann and Ron Jeremy, and I've never had the red carpet rolled out like that. You felt like you were on top of the fucking world hanging out with them in a strip club because they're royalty in that fucking community, man.
That would just be cool to see Lisa
Absolute
Ann.
royalty. Huh?
It would be cool to see Lisa Ann. I loved her videos.
It was great. She was very kind. She was hanging out with me, and because we ate some food beforehand, I was supposed to. I don't know if I told this on here before, but yeah, I was supposed to go take her for food, before, and it was just me and Lisa Ann eating like a fucking Italian dinner. And then when she went to pay at the end, the server was like, no, the chef took care of it. And we looked over at the kitchen. It was like Wilson from Home Improvement. He just saw the eyes over a pan. Never saw the chef, but he saw her and just took care of the meal, which is awesome. It's just a guy who fucking watches her get boned and was like, fuck yeah, that's what's on me.
Yeah. She knows immediately. She's like, oh, it's just a fan. Somebody's jerked off.
Yeah, I'm sure she's used to that happening all the time, but it's funny because it's not like an athlete coming in and you're taking care of the bill. When you're taking care of her bill, you're basically admitting you're like, fuck yeah, dude.
You put me through college.
I have watched her take 2 in one hole.
Oh, of course. As you would.
As you do.
As you do. That's a perfect little mommy. Stepmom. Taking care of her stepson.
But
and friend.
Fuck, that was a weird day when I look back. Now I was so new in comedy and everything too, and it was just like that was quite special. And then, you know who else I met at that roast? Dustin Diamond, Screech.
Oh, yeah, he did porn too for a little bit, and then he died.
Did do a video, dude.
Didn't he do a porn video and die?
This is even better, dude. Within like a few months of that, this was probably in like late fall. And then over the holidays, I remember going home for Christmas, so maybe 2 months, maybe a month. It was shortly after. It might have been like a month later. He had stabbed a guy in a bar in like some fucking dog shit town somewhere.
Stabbed someone in Arkansas.
Stabbed a guy, dude. He got into it. He had a girl there. He got into it with a guy at the bar. And he stabbed him. And then shortly after that, he died. And that guy had a turd legacy. And I talked to him.
How was he? Is he
weird, man? He was weird. He was not a guy you could ever imagine yourself connecting to on like a human level. Like he was a weird fucking guy, and he was talking about I only had like a one-on-one with him for maybe 2 minutes, and I was asking him how he liked it in Toronto. I think I was just asking him, like, have you been here? He's like, yeah, I've been here before. I'm like, how do you like it? He's like, I every time people ask me like what a town's like, I don't do anything when I go to the town. So he's like, I say, yeah, sure, the hotel lobby's nice, the airport's nice. He's like, but I don't see anything else. And
Dustin Diamond, more like Dustin Dud.
Yo, big time fucking dud.
It's me like.
But you know what I mean? Like he had that hollowness where I was like, oh, you got so fucked up by the industry.
Yeah.
Like I could never imagine having a longer conversation
just
with
a
you,
hollow
connecting
schleb.
with you, and then you're off to like stab people. How did he die again?
Wasn't it a drug overdose?
Had to be.
I think it was an overdose in his hotel room.
Had to be.
Yeah. I think it was a drug overdose.
Right there in the cuck chair, huh?
Right there in the cuck chair, no woman there. He's just jerking off in the cuck chair alone by himself. Maybe a belt around his neck to keep him company. Yeah. That and a rolled up bill.
No, he's got the belt from the hotel robe.
Yeah. Not even like a real one. And then he's got the fucking.
He had the iron plugged in because he was pressing it to the inside of his thigh.
Yeah, while he had the fucking
biting down on a fucking towel.
Clothes hangers with the fucking nipple clamp attachments.
He's using every accessory, every accessory, dude. Yeah, he's got a fucking shower ring, the curtain ring around the base of his cock. He's got the robe belt around his neck. He's got the iron pressed to the side of his fucking thigh.
And he's got the fucking toothbrush that you get in there tubbed up.
And of course, he's got the ice bag around the remote. And he's just sitting on
his ass. and he can't come because he's so pissed off that he's not got enough hands to do what he needs to do.
Now this man knows how to use a hotel room. Huh? Fuck yeah. Every part of it.
Yeah. Paramedics come, firefighters go, where's Ashton Kutcher? We got to get punked here, right? There's no way this guy's got clipper hampers on his dick.
Yeah, you're finding him. He's got his silly hair there. It's just like...
He's trying not to break.
Somebody took a picture, eh?
Yeah, you have to.
Took a fucking picture.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's how many people do you think in there? Probably harder now, just because I feel like you can get caught for that shit. But like, anytime there's been celebrity deaths or something, there's been first responders that have got
to take a flip. But then they know
one of these, just a little piece. Put your head beside it,
and then he's selling it to TMZ.
Yeah,
hot take. Right,
that's what I'm saying.
Who got this? Peter Parker or Spider-Man?
Yeah, who got this? Well, one of the 4 people who entered the room.
Yeah, exactly. And it actually was sent from your phone number.
Oh man,
text message.
It's funny that not funny, I guess, but like the reality of how so many people die in hotel rooms is because that's like that you do feel that, like, you know, being on the road and stuff, like as a comic, like it it can be so fucking lovely being in a hotel and like being out of town and doing your thing and the weekend's going well. And then also like some of the darkest moments of your life.
Oh, 100%.
When you're in a butt fuck place on your own. You're fucking like wasted and you're alone in just a dank hotel room. It's like,
especially you had a shitty show if you had that night, and then you go back and then you realize they're like, oh my God, like this is who I'm entertaining, and this is like my fucking circuit.
And you're thinking about the comic that's 25 years older than you that you're working with. And you're like, this is my life now.
You're staring down the barrel of a fucking picture.
Nothing inspired me more, Danny, to get the fuck out of Canada and get to the States and try to elevate than working with some of those dinosaurs on the road.
Oh, yeah, man.
The
old Yucks roster.
Yeah, this can't be it.
They're like grizzly dogs where you're just like, holy fuck, dude. Like, you've been in comedy for the 80s and you've been on the road for the 80s and you're still like asking me for gas money.
Half of them are canceled.
Yeah. Yeah. They go, oh, the kids in the college. It's like, well, you haven't revitalized your act in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Like, because I opened for you when I was fucking on the road, like
10 years, dude. Some of these guys were doing the fucking the same act that they were doing in the 90s and getting paid, by the way, the exact same amount. If you got $200 for a show in 1992, that was a good fucking paycheck. You get the same $200 for a show in 2022. That's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, that's
they never. The only thing that never
you
caught
can
up
tip
with
after you've ordered the onion rings.
Ugh. And half the fucking clubs in Canada do not. They charge comedians full pop.
Oh yeah, it's
you're
brutal.
Headlining. They give you one free beer.
Yep. One free drink and 50% off your meal.
And I got 50% off even like the downtown yucks. Like I always found it fucking fascinating. After you smash a headlining weekend and then you're settling up your tab.
Yeah, they come and the tab's only $30.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, cool. I just lost 20% of my pay.
Yeah,
sick.
Great.
Yeah.
Hey, we took care of the first few drinks.
Oh, you're happy now. BK Crowd.
Happy. Yeah. It came off on its own.
Did.
BK Crowd salad has slipped off my head. Look at that. I'm a 7-2. I got pizza on the way. It's going to be fucking great.
Pizza on the way.
Pizza on the way.
Got the sauce, dude. I'm really looking forward to it. I was looking at the sauce, and as I was turning it, I was like, man, you know?
I like what were you telling me, Danny, about preparing food, what that does for you?
Preparing food for me shows how much you care for the people, but then also it gives you a sense of like, I don't know, maybe I had this too before because I explained it, where it's just like when I was a kid, I used to let people like play with my toys or I'd like give things and I'd get goosebumps, the ASMR or DSSR and USSR, ANSR.
DISEASE.
I got a diseases.
Yeah.
Diseases. This is my fucking.
But you did. You got titillated when people played with your things.
I did, and then I feel happy, and then I like it, and then sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, do you want to play?" I say, "No, keep playing. Keep playing with it." Don't know.
Dude, there is something.
And they're like, "Oh, are you sure?" And I'd always be like, "No, I like it."
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Mom, can you keep playing for a bit? Oh yeah, that's where it starts, dude. I think every kid that liked watching a guy play with his toys is for sure the guy that ends up sitting in that chair in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, how was it?
Okay, so
like it?
Go on.
Oh, I just think it's like a kind, caring thing, and then it shows how much creativity as well as like it just shows like a kind of loving. I guess you can say that like cooking food and like hosting and like preparing for people or like sharing, I guess. I don't know. You share like your history and all the recipes that you had. So it's just like if I give you this pasta sauce, it's basically like a 4th generation pasta sauce. You're having so much history of my family that's passed down to me, but also it's like it's a kind, caring thing. It's one of my love languages where I feel like it's an
act of service. It is also, and it is a kindness, absolutely. And it's like traditionally, it's like the oldest fucking way to show love and for people to connect. And that's why I like it. That's how we connect here. You spend 10 hours making a nice sauce. You prepare these nice dishes, and then one of us eats it over the sink. The other guy eats it in his bedroom. It's like we really sit down and really connect over those fucking
I go,
meals.
how'd you like it? You go, oh, it's great. I go, there's more noodles. But
there's more noodles, but the sauce is
send it
done.
via text message while I'm late.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, there's another bowl out there if you want it. You coming back out, Danny? I think I'm done. No, it's
just bump me through the door.
But it is true that you have cooked a lot of food since you've been here. And then every now and then I'll be like, Danny, I'll cook for you. And then you get this rubber pork chop.
Yeah.
But hey, straight from the heart, brother.
That's his love.
I'm just trying to feed you protein.
Yeah. So
any way that I can. Yeah, let's get it. Dude, I know that I'm going into that room and just going to fucking set off the alarms again tonight.
We have to. We're going to have a nice one. We'll have this little sauce, and then we'll have a little pizza, a little late night. Yum,
Let's
yum.
go for a walk. What I would like to do, Danny, is get you some of them gummies. I like when you get gummied up. I like when you get really fucking high, and I come to your door, and you open the door, and your bedroom is lit only by screens.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's like
bloodshot eyes.
hue glow over me, and I'm like, oh, hey, bro, what's up? You good, dude?
Close the door.
Hey.
Oh man, that made me fucking cough.
So let's get you a little stoned up tonight, too.
I might get a little stoned, but Danny, I get anxious. Dude, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about the difference between, because I realized that I think I've always gotten a little paranoid when I got stoned. Like if you go right back to when I was smoking all of the time in high school, it's like I'm almost like putting myself through fucking something. It's like what do you call it? Not like a masochist.
Masochist, yeah.
Like I always
the
want
guy that
myself to
fucking hurts himself.
like,
And likes it.
I know when I get high, I'm gonna have at least just 30 minutes of just paranoia and sort of panic. But I think what's funny is the difference between getting stoned when you're like 16 in high school or whatever is that your anxiety comes from a place of you're always thinking about the future, right? Where you're like, ah, fuck, or something just trivial, right? Like, oh, fuck, I have a test tomorrow I haven't studied for. Is this girl going to talk to me?
I'm going to forget my fucking locker comm.
But then also,
I'm going to get in my locker, and then I'm going to get all fucked up, and then they're going to say, why can't you get in your locker? And I'm going to get busted, and then it's all because I got high.
or you would think about the future, right? Where you'd get high and be like, oh my god, 'cause you're like, am I going to amount to anything?
Yeah.
Like, am I ever gonna fucking? I would always think about how stupid I am. It'd be like in my brain, I'm like, I'm dumb, and this is never gonna get better. I'm just fucking stupid. And you start considering things like, will I ever amount to anything? And then when you get high at 36,
You're like, oh no, I am that guy
no,
now.
your anxieties
Yeah.
are so much realer because you went from being a guy when you're 16 and you're stoned. You're like, oh my god, am I ever gonna own a home?
Yeah.
And then when you're 36 and you're high, you're like, I am actively defaulting on a mortgage.
yeah.
I am
You're like, holy fuck.
actually losing right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
we're
know?
not paying for the home over our head.
You know, you get paranoid as a kid. You might take a puff and be like, oh my god, my heart's beating a little fast. Am I gonna have a heart attack? And then now when you get high, you're like, I think that's actually a palpitation that I should probably talk to
Oh,
somebody
100%.
about.
Yeah. I remember I got super, like, I thought there was a period of time for at least 4 months where I had a heart disease, and I went to go get one of those CG.
How old were you?
I was like fucking 3 years ago, dude, before I moved to New York.
Hell
Like
yeah.
a year and a half or 2 years ago when I moved from Toronto to Edmonton back before I went to the patch, I went and got a full body scan and everything. Heart palpitations. I told them I was having that. Got like super high, had anxiety attacks, panic attacks, and then I was perfectly fine.
That's interesting because I want to bring some. When did you know you were fine? Like, what was there a moment something happened?
Yeah, the doctor said, don't worry. He's like, you're
Boom, and then you were good,
Yeah.
dude. That happened to me.
Yeah.
I had these crazy fucking like flare ups, like my heart. It was like weird palpitations that would happen a few times a day. Where like, and it would go.
When
and
did
I
that
started,
start? Around 2021 or something like that?
no, dude, this was probably 2018, 2019. Like I was 30.
Okay.
And I was having, and I used to be a hypochondriac. I haven't been to the doctor in years, but there was a time where I went to the doctor all of the time.
Really?
For
You were
everything.
hypochondria?
Big time.
Really?
Big time. And now I'm gotten so afraid of it where I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just deal with it. And I'm just doing everything to be as healthy as I possibly can.
Really? What would set you off? Just anything?
Everything, dude. If I felt a weird fucking pain that persisted in a part of my body, I was going to a walking clinic.
Did your mom or dad ever like baby you in the
X-rays.
sense where they were like, oh, do you know you're gonna get sick? You're gonna get sick.
Fuck no. They
Where
were
did that
always
come
telling me,
from?
shake it off.
Oh.
So, but this was my own thing. I started being that way in my early 20s when I moved to the city, and I would just go to walking clinics all the time when something happened to try to get a referral to go see a doctor, to get a fucking x-ray, to get a scan. Like it was kind of a problem for a while. Anyways, I had this heart thing, and I remember freaking out, dude. And it was like 3 weeks in, and I'm like, okay, I got to go check this out. I'm convinced I'm going to fucking die, right? I'm like, this is it. So I go in. The guy hooks me up. He gives me one of those heart things where
scatter.
Yeah, and they're like there's like
Electrodes or whatever,
16 different points.
Yeah, that's
where
what
they're
I think
attached.
they're like an I or GIC or not
Do you
a
have to-
GIC. Like
I forget what it's called, but did you have to wear it for a day and like a night?
no, dude, I was in there for like fucking 20
No,
minutes
I was
wearing it.
told to go. He hooked me up, and then sent me back out into the world. He's like, "You go wear this for 24 hours
Oh no, that
or
would that would set
48
me off.
for 48
I'd be
hours."
Like, I'm fucking. This is why would he do that to me? If I didn't need it, he would have done it in there. He's oh my god, I'm fucking dying.
Buddy, I looked like it was like fucking like RoboCop.
Yeah.
coming out of and I he's like, yeah, go wear this. I'm like, okay. I'm like, so what should I do? Like, just go chill out? Like, do a thing? He goes, no. He goes, you go live your life exactly like you would live it normally while you're wearing that. And I remember I had a show that night. It was 5 for 5 in Toronto. I went and got fucking loaded, dude. Like, I got blackout drunk while wearing this heart shit. I think I did that 2 nights in a row because I'm like, all right, I'll fucking, you tell me how to live the way that I live. Here we go. So hammered 2 days of this thing. I come back. I see the doctor. So I think at first when they hook you up, it's like not the actual doctor. It's like the nurses and stuff. They hook you up. They tell you that. They send you out in the road. And then when you come back, it's the doctor that does the reading and all that stuff. So I come back. Heart's been fucked. I'm all hungover. I'm wearing this thing. I'm ready to hear that I got a few weeks left. Yeah. Right? It's all over. I have a major open heart surgery coming. And he just looks at me and he's like, yeah, there's nothing concerning about these readings. You're totally fine. Could have just been like, you're not sleeping or whatever. And that very fucking day, it stopped.
Yeah.
And I realized it had become a psychological fucking problem.
Majority of a lot of things are psychological.
But it's crazy, that mind-body connection, how fucking bad it can get.
Oh, yeah.
I probably had a weird thing that happened from like lack of sleep or something. Then it got in my head that I couldn't stop thinking about it. And then it became a real thing. And I wasn't making up the palpitations. They were happening.
Oh, no. Your brain was probably firing signals to
It
your
was in
heart.
panic mode.
Yeah.
And then the day the doctor told me I was fine, it just disappeared. And I'm like, holy fuck. And I think that might have been around the time where I stopped going to the doctors all the time. Because I realized that
I could only picture you like being in the rural and before where you're just like, I want to go to the doctors, but you can't because it's like a 30-minute drive or some shit. But then you have like access to walk-in clinics and you go, I can actually walk to them now.
Dude, once a week.
Yeah, and then you just go.
Once a week, dude. And there was a walking clinic directly across the street from my work, and on lunch break I would just go to the walking clinic, and there was this doctor that couldn't give given less of a fuck about what was going on with you, but if you're lucky they would write you a piece of paper that got you to see an actual doctor that gave a shit somewhere.
You were just trying to climb the ladder.
That's it, dude.
You
I wanted to get to the
see
top.
the head surgeon.
I wanted to see the head surgeon.
What do they call it? Surgeon
General?
Yeah.
Are you the guy that writes on the cigarette packs?
Yeah, you were tired of seeing all the
Can
surgeon
you
privates.
sign this pack of darts for me?
Yeah.
This is your information.
Oh, no,
on
no,
here.
don't cover Bob's face, please.
I was still smoking too back then. Big time. Loved cigarettes. Still love
That's
cigarettes.
actually when I noticed I had those like heart fluctuations when I started smoking like batched joints and a little bit of tobacco when I first started quitting drinking. That's when it was. And then I thought it was coincidentally with like drinking and then the cigarettes, and then I had like a full-on anxiety panic attack and I thought I was having a heart attack. I couldn't go back to sleep, and then I went to go check it out. And then and then he was like, "No, dude, you're good."
All gravy.
Yeah, and I went, "Well, why was I thinking I was going to die?"
Because you're done.
And,
You're done the man.
Yeah, and then they went, "Oh, by the way, you got Ehlers-Danlos." And I was
Oh,
like,
by the way, yeah, it is weird that your cheek can wrap around the back of your head
Yeah,
and
yeah.
touch your other ear.
yeah, but
They missed a few on you, huh?
Yeah.
They missed Ehlers-Danlos. What's the
well,
other
they
thing
were
you
too
got?
worried about my juvenile delinquent sprees and like my ADHD and all that shit to actually like find the root cause of.
Wasn't there another thing that we tapped into that you have?
Yeah, probably onset mild retardation.
Yeah, it's forefront.
yeah.
No, but I thought there was another disease that we tackled that you have. We know you got Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Ehlers-Danlos.
That's
is
the stretchy head.
skin, and then what was the other one? Fucking
I forget, man. I know that-
hyper. Because I can.
Oh, the hypertension. Oh,
no, that was. This is part of Ehlers-Danlos. The double
yeah,
joint.
your fingers always weird me out.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that fucking thing. Hold it up. What the hell? What the actual hell? Do you
the
like
bone-in
does it pop
finger.
when you put it down?
Well, no, like that's like me, like not even extending my finger, and then that's like the true point. But then when I fully extend it, it's like that. It looks like a little
hot
sperm
dog.
whale.
Little hot dog.
Yeah, a little hot dog.
It does look like a sperm whale with a big
sperm whale
belly.
swimming. Yeah. Porpoise fingers.
We should set up a Kleenex box and make a little ocean background and paint your fingers and do a little
Splash the
close-up.
tail.
Yeah. Like a little Marionette doll.
Yeah, a little sperm whale.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
They get into places that not a lot of normal fingers hit.
Yeah. Yeah. What else was on our brains here? Look at this fucking, it actually does look like a mad. We should take a picture of the fucking whiteboards and put it up online so people can see what we're sifting through.
I think I got Alzheimer's or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
you got
called.
old-timers disease.
Old-timers
That's another
disease.
one. What do you think? Why? Because the forgetfulness?
Well, the forgetfulness, yeah, too. The short mind, and like I forget things, like easy things, and I'm like quick to rush. And then I don't know. I think about it because my nonna had Alzheimer's, and it skips a couple gens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does it? Yeah, it does one leap.
something like that. One leap right into my backyard.
Your grandma had it.
Yeah, my grandma had it.
Buddy, I can't wait, Danny, till we're still roommates at one point, but it's because necessity. Because
Out of general necessity.
yeah, and I'm just like cleaning you.
Yeah.
Hey, twisting a sponge over your head in the fucking bathtub.
I'm just looking at you like that guy from fucking
watching movies together. You like that, Daddy? Just
Truly, yeah, man. It's good drama.
yeah.
You're like, dude, it's a comedy. We're watching.
I can
Dumb and
dress you
Dumber.
the way I want to dress you.
Yeah,
Hey?
bow tie.
Yeah.
Bow tie clown boots.
Dude, I put you in a suit, push you around in a wheelchair,
Like Gustav from fucking Breaking Bad.
park you beside the table while people are trying to eat dinner. Yeah, well, nobody can eat.
I just gotta
You're
ring a
just
bell and I'm
close.
staring at everyone.
Keep dabbing your fucking lip with a napkin.
He's like, no, he likes French fries. And I'm like,
What was that?
Yeah.
Your face twisted up like a baby when it.
And I look at you and I go,
Oh,
Jared,
it'd be so fun to just bring you around.
a home time
And I
now.
put you in corners facing the corner. People are like, is that guy all right? He's fine.
Yeah, and I'm just doing like this.
Don't touch him. He doesn't trust you. Yeah.
And you lift up my headphones. It's like,
Keep
let the
on
bodies hit the
rocking
floor.
in the free
Yeah.
world.
He's doing good. He's doing good. He's
One song on
Yeah.
repeat.
We got one heart, one life, what a run up. Then you put it back down.
James Blunt. Goodbye, my lover. Goodbye, my friend.
crowded head, I realize that no one cares.
It's a bit loud in there. I dare you to turn it down. You fish that out of his pocket.
Yeah. And then
He's
that's
a
when I get
biter.
strength, and then they go, oh, he has autism.
Oh, sure does. One of many tisms he's got.
Yeah. I got magnetism, and I'm just fucking playing with
Magneto,
magnets.
buddy. That's why you're in the fucking chair. Shave your head, but I leave patches.
Yeah.
Look where the electrodes go.
Yeah, right there, like this. Shock therapy.
We should bring that back.
It's the only way I can fully pee.
You have to shock you, zap you. I gotta hit you in the neck with a taser so you'll fucking release. I have to lay you in the bathtub and taser you so you'll shit.
I get lockjaw like a fucking pit bull, and you gotta zap me. Then I start chewing like a fucking koi fish. I don't have any teeth though, so it's fucking. Because if I
Oh.
had teeth, I'd bite my tongue and split it when I.
We
get
had to
a
take 'em
shock.
out.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god, you're just like this disgusting fucking. Do you think at this point it might be easier to put him down, Danny? Oh, not a chance. Not a chance.
Still got 6 in them.
I'm collecting disability off of you. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice?
Door closes. I take everything off and I go, well, another successful day out there, eh, Jared?
Put your teeth in. Wow.
None of the wiser. Hey, buddy, they all probably thought I was actually disabled.
Scam of the century. That was basically the premise for Dumb and Dumber 2, which bombed. Where Jim Carrey's playing a long con, where he was just living in a fucking like that mental institution.
Insane asylum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be all right. I'd love to collect the check.
Well, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't.
I don't know, man.
We could probably find some kind of things that we could scam out here.
I gotta find a way to make money soon, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not above a slip and fall. I could do it, dude.
We're like Ray. You got to live in a wheelchair for a little bit. And
Slippery Jimmy
then,
from fucking Better Call Saul.
sway she rolls, buddy.
I'd love it, dude. I'll do anything at this point.
Well,
Make
yeah.
a couple extra bucks here.
I hear there's some openings in the village.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Doing what?
Opening your mouth
Oh no! Under the Brooklyn Bridge.
onto the Brooklyn Bridge, getting
Oh.
twofers.
Just cry in the background. I just see the fucking New York skyline, this very skyline that inspired me when I first moved here. Be like, I'm gonna take this fucking
Yeah.
town.
Concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Nothing
bet-
can save
That's my
you.
happy. I have to just hear
Yeah.
that song over and over and over while I'm sucking a cock.
Yeah.
Just try to, dude. No, because I thought about how funny it is too when you're going over, like, you take the J train and you're going over the Brooklyn Bridge and you see that skyline and you are briefly inspired where you're like, fuck yeah, this is the town, I'm gonna do it. And then as soon as you get off the train, there's just a guy helicoptering his cock around.
Yeah,
You're like,
he's
oh,
looking at
no,
it.
dude.
And then everybody else is like, don't look at him.
Yeah, this
He's
town
like,
will sober you up real quick.
Look at me.
I have yet to see a full-on penis on the subway. Your count is at 1 or is it 2?
I'm at 1.
You're at 1.
I'm at 1.
Which is statistically, I think it's incredibly low for 2 people
It's
to
very, but my one was nice where it was the
Yeah,
fucking
that's right.
biker and he
The
just had his
biker,
cock
right.
out in his full bike outfit.
You didn't see that. Yours is actually worth like 50 points because you didn't see like a homeless guy whose cock was just out.
Yeah,
You
50
saw a
points for
full-
Griffin Horn, and
you
his
s-
name's Griffin, and I saw his horn.
Yeah, you don't. But you saw a straight up a guy who that's his thing.
Yeah.
You didn't see like a crazy homeless guy.
No,
you
that was
saw
like-
a real corn-fed pervert.
And then he like looked at me, I looked at him, and then he like tucked it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like he covered it.
And he had the head coming
Yeah,
out.
it is.
And then
The whole thing.
did he cross cars?
No, he just stayed there. He went over to the other side.
Yeah.
And then he just was like looking around like this.
But this is like by all accounts a regular dude with a regular job, probably has a family at home. Like, did he look fully?
I don't know about
Did he
that.
look nuts?
I mean, he was.
Or was he
wearing
just-
a full blown biker's outfit, the spandex and everything, with no bike? Where's
Well,
his
yeah,
bike?
because that's his thing. He was he's taking this subway to get his bike. I'm asking, did he look like he had a home?
I mean,
What kind of shape was the bike suit in?
he looked all right.
He looked all right.
Yeah, it was
I'm not
clean.
talking about his cock, Danny.
No,
How did
it
he
was,
look?
It was clean enough for me to be like, oh, okay, what's going on with that guy? Why is his dick out like that? And then
Enough to throw you off.
And then I was like, this guy, like, what's going on? Like, he could just easily like tuck it, hide it, like, it's out.
Was it the back of the cock you were looking at? The back of the head? Like, was it tucked
No,
up
I,
like you're at a
I
fucking
fully,
grade 9
like,
dance?
I was looking at him dead straight like this, and then he gave me side profile, and then I looked down and I saw his little dick hanging
Explain
out.
the penis though. How was it presented? Was it just out of the pocket? Was it laid over the top of the pant?
It was like,
I want to create
who's
a clear
that guy?
picture for
Who's
the
Muppet
listener.
with the Gonzo. It was like a fucking Gonzo nose. It was like a Gonzo was wearing a ski mask, and he smelled something nice. And he went, "Oh, let me smell that." And then it just hung out the bottom of the balaclava.
So it was hanging at the bottom.
It was
shirt covering the top.
Oh no! It was like his dick was over the top of
Yes,
his pants,
yes.
spandex, leaned over,
Uh-huh.
and then his spandex was down a little bit like this.
Dondex.
His Dan, yeah,
The Dondex was just covering the top of the shaft.
yeah, his Dan's dick,
And then he gave you a little fucking
and then it was just hanging out like
Saturday
this,
night special.
just hanging out like this, covered up. And I saw his little tip like that, and I was like, "What's going on there?" And then I was like, "Oh, that's foreskin and a dick." And then I was like,
Oh, he's uncut.
"Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
like a little anteater
Sure.
sniffing around for the trail." Yeah. Some badgers looking for honey.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Penis fly trap, some would say.
I think when you first told me about this, I asked you if there was any chance in the world where he didn't know his penis was out.
No, he knew. He knew. Because I looked at him and he
Well, you
looked
feel
at
that
me.
breeze every time the fucking
Well,
subway
he kept
doors
on,
open.
the thing was, he kept on putting his shirt over it.
Uh-huh.
And then it would just go up.
And how
come
long
out.
would you say you were locked in on this guy?
Well, 7 stops. Staring at his cock. 7 stops. Waiting for eye contact.
Every now and then
And then I'm looking around too, like, is anybody seeing this? And I'm trying to scan to see if
and everybody
everyone-
else is like, yeah, dude, but we don't look at it.
Yeah, and they were all
nudging people. Look at
his
it.
cock.
Look at his fucking cock. Didn't you get in trouble one day on the subway?
I got in trouble because I was looking at someone, and they were fucking having like a panic attack snipe show, snapping, screaming, asking for help and money. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, bro, I got nothing. And then he kept,
Spoke to him.
yeah, because I
Wow,
made eye
first
contact.
mistake.
I looked at him, and he looked back at me. And then I was like, oh, we're dialed in now. And then he came in, and he looked over, and he's asking me like, I got nothing. He got nothing. He kept screaming, and then he left. And then everybody,
What was he screaming?
I need money. I need help. And
Yeah.
I said, bro, I got nothing, man. But like, I'll look at you, and I'll notice you exist.
Don't do that.
And then everybody's like, you ain't from here, are you, man? Where are you from? I'm like, Canada. And they're like, yeah, you don't look at these guys.
You were that long way from home, boy.
Yeah.
Like that was
on a street
I've
car.
watched you on the fucking subway stare at people and I'd be like, Danny, fucking head down, dude.
But I always like look at people. I remember I got in trouble
Wrong
once
town.
where I was staring at somebody on the bus in Edmonton, and then the guy's like, can I fucking help you? And I went, yeah, man, you know what time it is, dude? I was so quick with it. And then it like disabled him. He was like, yeah, it's like almost 4.
Yeah, man.
I went,
that,
thanks.
see something, say nothing. New York City,
Yeah.
dude. Head down.
Head-
Dick out.
Head down, dick out.
That's how we
fucking
roll.
Hand out.
Isn't it funny though that you could, Danny, do a whole subway ride one day with just your cock out, and nobody would bat an eyelash. You would never get in trouble. And you would never have to tell anybody. It could just be a thing to yourself where you're like, there was that one day
Yeah.
where I had my
I
penis
rode
out
the rails with
for
my
4
fucking
stops.
boner straight out.
Yeah, you crossed that Brooklyn Bridge. You went from outside to inside with your penis out with 50 people on the fucking street car, or
Yeah.
on the subway.
And the only person smiling at me was a man.
Someone caught it.
Someone got it.
Someone caught it.
Looked at
Just
you.
rubbing the top.
Staring at me. Like Private Powell in the bathroom. Just staring at me.
Just toothpaste and a bit of clear pre out of the top.
Oh, yeah. Glistening. Like a Krispy Kreme donut. Fresh out. Nice little honey glaze for you. A honey glazed yam.
Oh yeah, gourd.
Yeah, where and it like speeds up where it's like smooth, you know? Like before it's like a little bit like you're rubbing it and there's friction, and then the pre-cum makes it smooth, and then it tickles the tip. And you're like, oh, am I gonna pee or am I gonna get a boner?
Hey, get at your shine box, boy.
That's fucking awesome.
A little extra squirt.
Hell yeah. God damn.
One day maybe I'll do that.
Huh?
Maybe I'll do that.
You
maybe
might-
I'll set my intention. And
I wonder if you have.
No.
I could see it. Yeah, one day you should set your
Set my intention. I'm gonna pull my cock out from
pull my-
Lortimer to fucking Lortimer to
Lorimer to
Graham.
14th Ave. Dude, from Lorimer to 14 Union Square. That's 3 stops. 4 stops. One of them's long, though. You go underwater.
Yeah, 14
What
in
if you just pull your
Goonyard
cock out
Station.
from Bedford to First? So just while you're in the, tunnel under the water.
Everybody's ears pop and they look up and then they just
That's
see my
right.
cock.
Everyone's ears pop at the same time when you go through that tunnel.
Yeah, their ears pop
Yeah,
and then
that
that's when
moment
I pull
where
it
you
out.
blink while your ears pop. And then your cock's out.
Yeah, but it's scanning you like that fucking War of the Worlds in the basement when it's like looking at you like this, just scanning you.
Looks like the fucking grandfather worm from Dune. Big mouth on it.
Yeah, I pull out a fucking toothpick.
Just opening up the urethra.
Just looking at you.
And then you just tuck it back in at Bedford, go do a set.
Yeah.
Never tell anybody.
Never tell
It's a
anyone.
little psychotic thing you
Yeah,
had.
but one guy that saw my dick on the streets on the thing is at the show.
Pulls his out.
He, during my show, I don't say anything. I just nod at him like this. Continue my set,
Flashlight on his phone.
like he's trying to pay a bill.
I'm telling you, man, it's misconnections in New York City. Remember misconnections?
Yeah, I remember I got a misconnection from I did a show at Hot Box Cafe, and then somebody found they were like, "Oh, I know this comedian," and then they tagged me, and I was like, "Why are you even looking at misconnections on Craigslist?"
Craigslist.
Yeah,
That's
it was a Craigslist misconnection, and then I went on a couple dates with her, and then she said that she was in a relationship and that she wanted to have sex, and the only way that she could is if her boyfriend joined, but her boyfriend wanted to have oral sex on me, and I said I can't do that.
The chair, dude.
Can't
the
do
chair.
that.
The chair in the corner.
Yeah,
The chair in the corner. Hell yeah.
yeah. The cuck chair turns into the suck chair with that couple. Yeah, get too close to
The
it.
Zuckluck
Yeah,
5000,
he comes
buddy.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Can I watch you stick your penis in the Zuckluck 5000, please?
And you're like, yeah, sure, but it's just a carburetor.
No, but you got to put on the meta fucking goggles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's Zuckerberg. As soon as you do it, Zuckerberg, and he comes out. And goes,
It's his fucking, those fucking steely blue psychotic
Yeah,
eyes
his-
looking up at you, that little fucking
his pupil
curly
that
hair.
goes from the top of his eye to the bottom of his eye. and he
blink
blinks like
sideways.
this,
You
yeah.
blink sideways like a fucking lizard.
And then right when you're about to come,
Split tongue
yeah,
comes
his
out.
eyes turn to the eyes of Sorman. Both of them.
I love that keeps coming up on the pod. The eyes of Soren.
The eyes of Sorimon.
and the agents of Shaitan.
Yeah, Agents of Shaitan.
Oh man,
And the fucking gluckagles.
I'm glad I could teach you how to spell disease because I learned a lot from you too.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you learn?
Fucking all those references to obscure. I learned Pokemon references. I learned a lot of things from different realms.
Different realms, bro. I got my hands in many pots. Speak.
Yeah, fuck, dude. I'm gonna have to throw you in the tub and hit
Buddy,
you
I
with a
make
taser.
like references like crazy, and like sometimes it's like I'll drop it in the set, and I'll see people go, "Whoa, what the fuck? I didn't think that was." Gonna
I've
come
seen
from
that
you."
too.
Yeah.
hmm
Yeah.
And sometimes what you're seeing is people reacting to that you've actually said the reference entirely wrong. You're like, they didn't get it. I'm like, dude, you said it
Yeah.
wrong.
Well, they got it. Oh.
Why don't we set our intentions, huh?
All right. My intentions to go forward are to enjoy this night, to enjoy this pasta, to enjoy the company that we have, to enjoy the last minutes of me being able to sleep in that bed, and just really kind of like pay respects to the room, I guess, for sheltering me for the last year and a little bit, and just focus.
Yep.
Focus on the feelings of love that we had here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's. I'm gonna fucking close my aperture a little bit and keep it real narrow. My goals, my intentions are for tonight as well. I want to eat the fuck out of all this food. Enjoy, be present, Danny, in your final night here in New York City. Carb load so I can just bang out legs tomorrow.
Have
you
to.
know what I mean?
Have
be
to.
a pig.
Have to.
I want to be a fucking pig tonight. That's my goal.
Sal
I just want to enjoy myself this evening. It's Friday night. I'm going to stay in. We're going to work on some shit here. set you up for success on your way out, and then maybe we can settle into a movie later and eat some fucking snacks because we've been very good diet-wise this week. And enjoy ourselves and just basically charge up so that I can tackle the rest of the week. You leave tomorrow. I got shows the rest of the weekend, and I'm going to be out all week, and I'm just going to be fucking, next chapter, Danny.
Yeah,
Same chapter.
No days to relax on both fronts, brother.
Same chapter, new beginnings. All right? And look who just walked through the fucking door. Marito Antonio Lopez Duran Jr., our new roommate. God bless you. God bless you, Marito. God bless you, Danny. And God bless America. Ta-ta, motherfuckers.